そうですね。僕たちがデビルを開発した以降、
The game that we're setting out to make right now is not a remake of Devil May Cry or not what could we have done better or anything like that at all. It's actually trying to make an entirely new game, the newest iteration in the action genre, trying to make it from scratch. So we didn't look at Devil May Cry and see the kinds of things that were in that game and how could we have done them better or how can we better implement them with today's technology, but it's actually trying to ask new questions and get new answers and create something entirely new from scratch. So we set about making a very physically intense type of action game. That was the original design goal, and within that context we explored a lot of different ideas about what sort of physical actions should be taking, how should be moving around in the environment. Initially there was discussion about what kind of character then lends itself to that sort of action, and based on the previous titles that I've worked on, the kinds of characters are created, like really cool Dante, or they have these various very specific kinds of personalities, so endeavoring to create something new or try something different, then it was a natural progression to make the character female or work on a female character and explore those ideas and that sort of characterization. And then within that context, having her using the powers of darkness and those sorts of abilities manifest around her as the basis for her powers, that then it was pretty obvious that it would have to be a witch.
せっかく女性なんで、アクションするときに。
So setting out to make a character like Benedict, obviously a really important aspect of her characterization is the femininity and especially the sexiness. And it's not simply about punching things and kicking things and destroying things and the sort of the combat, but it's also the really stylization and really doing your best to show off the sexiness and the femininity of the character within that context. So she doesn't run around just simply punching things, but she tries to do it in a very Bayonetta-like way. Personally, the most important aspect of the game itself is actually the feeling of actually playing the game. Even hardcore users or casual users should be able to pick up the game, give it a try, and then make the decision about whether they actually want to pick up this game for themselves based on that. But it's something that can only be imparted through the actual experience of playing the game. Obviously, the game is very much oriented towards a very hardcore user base. People who are going to pick up the game and be very, very much drawn into the game. But there's also settings for more casual users, people who are more interested in just simply the entertainment value of the game itself. But it's the idea then is to actually pick up the game and give it a try first.